Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send it down to the winner's circle where Mike Antoniades has two, not one, but two guests tonight. First, he's going to talk to driver Todd Warren.
Thank you, Joe. We're in the winner's circle with Todd Warren, our third leading driver at Maywood Park, 55 wins, 305 average. Todd, how are you, and how did you get started in the business?
I'm doing fine. Well, it all started back when I was in high school. I got a part-time job working for E.T. Swifel, and he kind of let me get farther and farther in the business, and started cleaning stalls, jogging, and then the county fairs started. And then my dad was kind of a part-time horseman, so it just got in my blood, and I got hooked up with some people.
Now, what tracks did you get started at?
I started at the Illinois Fairs first, and then Fairmont Park when it was going. I think that was my first pari-mutuel drive, and then a track called Henderson, Kentucky, Audubon Raceway. I went down there and made a little stomping ground for a while.
Todd, let's talk about Chicago. You're the third leading driver here. Drive at a half-mile track at Maywood, you drive at a mile track at Balmoral Park. What's the mindset for a driver in those two different venues?
Well, I mean, the half is definitely a speed track. I mean, you want a horse with gate speed. I mean, if you get caught in a shuffle, get a third or fourth, you got to get really lucky to get a victory or even hit the board. But Balmoral's more forgiving. I mean, you can get placed up close, and you got a long stretch to work your way out, and you got to be patient. More patience at Balmoral than here.
All right, you've got to sit behind some very, very good horses. You got to have some favorites.
The favorite one I've ever driven was a horse called What a Terrific Fella. I broke him as a yearling, and he won like 11 in a row as a 2-year-old, and I think he got beat twice as a 3-year-old. He was a state champion in Michigan. Push-button horse. I mean, he could leave the gate as a 2-year-old, 1,000 miles an hour, and then just turn right loose if you do what you wanted. And another horse, Yukon Cornelius, I believe I brought him to Hawthorne, and when he was right, I probably never had a horse that could finish as strong as he finishes, because he could, pace a quarter and 25 on the end of it on a 50-mile. I mean, he was really special.
Finally, let's ask you about what has changed for a driver from when you started at Fairmount Park and now driving today.
Well, for myself, I'm a lot more patient. I mean, I used to be kind of like the young guys here, just a shotgun driver, Saginaw, half-mile tracks, you just run and gun. But the driving styles have definitely changed for me and for the industry. I mean, there's a lot more removing than it used to be. I mean, used to you'd get where you got away. If you set second or third, you set second or third. You're second or third over. There's no quarter pole moves, half pole moves. It's a lot more action now.
I want to thank Todd Warren. You got a lot of live drives tonight, and I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
We'll be switching gears here in a moment. Mike is lining up Maywood's leading trainer, current leading trainer, Angie Affrunti. We're going to go right back to Mike. And now we're going right back down to Mike Antoniades.
Thank you, and we're back with leading trainer Angie Affrunti. Angie, 34 wins on the season and doing very well. Let's talk about what got you into harness racing.
Actually, my father, he started off in the quarter horse business, barrel racing, and we have a cousin, Gene Wazak. He got interested in harness racing, and my father started to follow his footsteps. Actually, when I was age of 9, I was out jogging horses. I'd get off the school bus and go get horses ready, and it clicked with me. I love animals. I love horses.
Speaking of horses, you got a real fast horse, first class all the way, one of the best horses in the Midwest. What's it like to have a horse like that?
He's amazing. He's just like totally amazing. It's I'm lucky to have a horse like him. I'm lucky to have owners that we picked this horse out, and we could get him going to where he is now. He was a total turnaround. We changed a few things on him. Tabitha Kennard had him before I did. She did a really good job with him. But he's just totally turned around. He's one amazing horse. He just keeps getting better and better.
All right, you got 3 horses in tonight, races 3, 5, and 9, and 2 of those, I think, have big shots. Let's talk about Nights All Night. He's won his last 3 straight, but post number 7. How do you train, and how does the 7 post bother you?
She's a type of mare. I've seen her leave. I think she's more, you got to make a little quarter move with her. She can't get out of the gate, but when we first got her, I was kind of a little stumped on her, but she's come away. I don't think the post will bother her tonight. We'll see. Sloppy track, I hope doesn't bother either, but hopefully she's 4 for 4 tonight.
Kind of the same story on Mo Valley Maggie. Now, she's a 4-time winner, 15 starts this year. She's coming off a win, but again, post 8.
I don't think that'll bother her. Maggie has a lot of speed to overcome the post. When we first got her, she's a real nice looking mare. Actually, she could be a show horse. That's how good looking she is. But she's gotten better when we got her. She got stronger and stronger. I trained her a different way. Actually, I don't train Mo Valley Maggie at all. We do a lot of double jogging with her, and she's responded to the program, and she's done very well for us.
Okay, Angie Affrunti, our leading trainer. She's got 3 horses tonight. We wish you the best of luck, and thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you very much.